So, dear students, the next topic in chapter number 11, which we are going to start, is with respect to Essay 210. Now, this is one of the EC standard. So, first I will give you a summary overview of the standard. Then, directly we will go to the material and we will revise the standard. Now, Essay 210. What is Essay 210? Agreeing on the terms of engagement. Engagement? What is the engagement? Engagement means in our auditing, it is the work. So before we not commence the audit, before we accept the audit, there will be a precondition. Precondition? Yes, between auditor, management, and TCWG regarding the scope, terms, and condition. What are the terms? What are the conditions? There will be a precondition. This precondition will be given by the auditor in a letter which is called as the engagement letter. Now, what is the purpose of giving such letter? To avoid misunderstanding which may arise in future. So the objective of Essay 210 is 2 points. First, to have a common understanding between auditor, management, TCWG, common understanding. Second is to establish the precondition. So if you see in the preliminary engagement activities, okay, we have learned in chapter number 2 along with audit strategy planning program, that topic, strategy. Before we establish audit strategy, we have to see the preliminary engagement activity. In that we see acceptance of the client's ethical requirement and even agreeing on the terms of engagement. I was just saying the link to chapter number 2, which is Essay 300 Audit Strategy. So coming back to our standard, which is Essay 210. Now, 3 questions. Can you revise the terms after accepting the audit? So management asks the auditor, hey, auditor, please change the terms. Can we? Answer is yes, if auditor feels it's reasonable. Second question. If the preconditions are not established, can you accept the audit? Answer is no, unless law requires. Now, third, if there is a limitation before acceptance of audit, can we accept the audit? Generally, you may accept. Why? Because if there is a small limitation, we can do alternative procedure, right? But if with this limitation, we would have given a disclaimer of opinion, then in such case, you should not accept the audit unless required by law. I hope you got the point. If with this limitation, you would have given a disclaimer of opinion, then you should not accept the audit unless required by law. Hey guys, one more question. Is recurring audits. You have heard about recurring audits? Yeah. Recurring audits means you were the auditor of previous year, you are again appointed as auditor of current year. Do we need to give the engagement letter? Do we need to agree on the terms of engagement again? Answer is no, unless there are circumstances that warrants auditor to remind. Meaning, unless there are some changes, I will show you the list, etc. Unless there are some circumstances that needs auditor to remind the management again, we need not give the engagement letter in case of recurring audit. Finally, engagement letter has 5 components. Okay, 5 elements. Put those things into your mind. How many components? 5. So with this, we are going to rapidly revise essay 210. Directly starting. Come on, guys. On your mark. Get set. Go. Right. Essay 210. What is the name? Agreeing on terms of engagement. So as we were discussing, we were saying engagement letter. Okay, so it is a written agreement between who and who? Between auditor and management or TCWG regarding the terms. Now, this establishes the preconditions, very important. Preconditions for audit. Hey guys, preconditions for what? Preconditions for accepting an audit. Unless you have these preconditions agreed upon, you should not accept the audit. So, what is the preconditions for accepting the audit? What are the preconditions? First precondition is acceptable financial reporting framework. Uh, Management will prepare financial statement as per AFRF. That AFRF should be acceptable. If company is not preparing as per Schedule 3, will you accept such an audit? No, 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 no. So, we'll list it one by one. First, determine if AFRF is acceptable. Now you will obtain a agreement from management that they acknowledge and understand their responsibility. Okay. So in that agreement regarding the management, we will obtain preparation of FS is in accordance with AFRF regarding their responsibility in preparation of FS. A, this is B, this is C. To provide to the auditor, first, access to all the information, additional information, and unrestricted access. So guys, three things. AFRF is acceptable, obtained from the management agreement regarding preparation of FS, AFRF, internal control. Now, also to provide to the auditor access to information, books, as well as the unrestricted access to people in the entity. Why? To do inquiry. Inquiry, we have heard in essay 500, one of the technique of obtaining audit evidence. So all these together, preconditions. Right. Now, all these are very important. It can come as a case study question. What if these preconditions for an audit is not present? What if these preconditions are not established? If preconditions are not established, first, of course, we will discuss with management. Unless required by law, we shall not accept the audit. Without preconditions, there is no point in accepting. Alle? Yeah. Okay. Now, second, limitations on scope before, prior to audit acceptance. We said no. With this limitation, if it would arise in disclaimer of opinion, array yaar, disclaimer of opinion as per essay 705, then disclaimer means it's like we have not obtained anything. Then better not to accept the audit unless required by law. See, what is the other angle? If there is a small limitation with which you will just give a qualified opinion, you may accept. Why? Because if it is a small limitation, meaning not pervasive, you can go always for alternative audit procedure. But here it is disclaimer, meaning limitation is material and pervasive. So in essay 705, we study chapter number 8, 700 series reporting we study. In case of disclaimer, if it is limitation by management, we can even withdraw. So here they say, if it is limitation that to prior, do not accept. Now third, can we accept changes in the terms after audit started? Yes. Provided there is a reasonable justification. If there is no reasonable justification, do not agree to change. Generally, changes may be requested as a result of circumstantial changes, as a result of certain misunderstanding, or as a result of some restriction. So unless there is a reasonable justification, you should not revise the terms. Actually, this is called as the revision in terms. Once the terms are revised, okay, will you refer to the original terms? Answer is no. To avoid confusion to the users, okay, we should not include reference to the original audit or its procedure once the terms are revised. And if it is revised, original you should forget. So here it is or. Okay. Now, next one. That's the last point. Recourse available to the auditor in situation where non-agreement to the terms. See, in all the cases, there will not be some reasonable justification. Say, for example, management is asking you to revise the terms, saying that debtors ledger you need not see, except debtors ledger, you can see everything. Like that, they are asking you to revise. Is it reasonable or unreasonable? It is unreasonable. In such case, can you revise? No. So what will you do? In such case, you will ask the management. See, this is not reasonable. We can't. If they still don't allow, you will see legal requirements and you will withdraw. So you will discuss, you will see legal requirements and withdraw. So all these points are supporting the engagement letter preconditions. Then this was a topic which was asked many times in case of recurring audits. Do we need to give the engagement letter again? See, since already there is an existing term and it is an existing client, do we need to send the engagement letter again and again? Answer is no. Okay. Auditor may decide not to send the engagement letter. However, in certain cases, it may be appropriate to revise the terms. These are the cases where there are some changes where you have to remind the management even though it is a recurring audit. Like, I will go in my order. Changes in senior management. Oh, okay. Changes in the ownership. Oh. Now, changes in nature and size of the entity. Oh. Changes in legal and regulatory requirements like Act. Now, changes in reporting method. Changes in AFRS. Hey guys, 1 to 6, the points which I've marked now is all are changes. Now, there is some revision in the terms of audit or there was a misunderstanding. So to clarify the misunderstanding. So these are the cases, even though it is a recurring audit, you may revise the terms. Now, as we said, engagement letter has 5 contents. 1, what we are supposed to do, our objective and scope. What is the responsibility of auditor? Responsibility of management. AFRF, which is applicable in preparation of FS, and form and content of our report. To say in the flow, what am I supposed to do? Objective and scope, including my responsibility. What they are supposed to do, management responsibility, and how they are supposed to prepare FS, it's AFRF. And this is how we are going to give the audit report. And this engagement letter can be in written form or any suitable form. But also engagement letter has 5 elements, whereas audit report has, guys, 13 elements. Audit report, essay, 700. Now, being a revision session, can I link? In essay 210, we just revised, right? Preconditions. Management will give in writing, like we will obtain from management all these consent in writing. This is essay 210, you call it as engagement letter. During the audit, in essay 580, we will obtain from them in the form of written representation that management responsibility have accepted, they have prepared the financials, they have given complete information, etc. So you're wondering what is the relationship between 210 580? 210 is preconditions before acceptance. 580 is whatever we have said in 210, they will, towards completion of audit, they will give us in writing. That they have prepared financial, they have given us the complete information. Link and study, guys. So with that, done with respect to essay 210. I hope it is clear. So this is part of chapter number 11. Okay.